Welcome back. Empire Total War. Great Britain, episode 10. Could we finish it this episode? I don't know. Maybe pushing it a little bit, but we're gonna give it the old college try here. As far as finishing off the map, which will require us to go at Ottoman Empire. But I think we are in a position that we can do that. So let's is Venice outlined to anybody? Yeah, okay. Okay. Let's get to it. I've got guys coming from everywhere. We're going to finish off Russia here in the next turn or so. And that is the end of Russia. Otherwise known as Russia out of the game. We gotta get the ducks in a row here.
Yes, sir. At the ready. March! Ready and awaiting order. Hold! Men! Forward! Make ready. Make ready. March! Heave away, boys. You're humble, sir. Sir! Making camp. March! Ship shape and Bristol fashion, Captain. Men! Forward! Set sail. Jump to it and look lively. Ready and awaiting order. Forwards! March! Anything more?
Could the Ottomans attack me first? Could they see the writings on the
This
wall?
is
Oh, I
the
didn't pay
hour
attention.
of
Okay,
victory.
so we achieved our victory conditions here. We will continue playing. Had we not achieved them, we would not have kept playing. You have the option to, but I think you have the option to, but it feels kind of weird to do that after you've failed in your objective.
Make ready. Immediately. Ready. Hot. All hands on deck. All hands on deck.
Might as well come down here since we're not ready to hit the Ottomans yet.
Men! At awaiting further order. Ready and awaiting order. Men! Forward! Ready for orders. Undaunted, undefeated.
Alright, Malmak's out of the game. Getting close. We're gonna see if we can hit them in one fell swoop. Take everybody out.
Forwards!
Ready
and
and
waiting
waiting
for
for
orders. Halt!
Get all the armies in position, baby.
Heave away, boys! Heave away!
Join the fleet, sir.
Ship's orders!
I don't know if I'll be able to take them all in one.
In position.
I don't think it's gonna work. But we can get most of them. We can absolutely devastate them.
Ready for orders.
Hello.
Ready for action!
By the left. Virtue and valor unconquered.
Means we can shift. I think that means we can shift that guy back up to Istanbul.
Forward! Under sail. Fleet ready. Any orders? On our way, Captain. Ship's orders.
Take ready. Awaiting. Yes, sir. Further order.
Alright, I think this next turn is when we're gonna hit. We're gonna look to hit everybody. Let's do it.
Form line for battle. Ready for battle. Sound the call to battle.
Just in case it doesn't work out.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
Ship shape and Bristol ready, Captain.
Ready for battle. Siege them. Battalions ready. Commence siege.
It should, yep. Barbary States out of the game.
At the ready. They are trapped.
Yep. They can't hold a candle to us.
Yes, sir. Form line for battle. Prepare for war. Strength and honor.
Put up a good fight.
Yes. Galleons ready. Virtue and valor unconquered.
Fleet ready. They shall sleep with the fishes. We are victorious. Send them to Davy Jones' lockup. Our nation rules the sea. Aye, aye, sir. Ready for action. Orders, Captain. Where to, Captain? All stations, prepare to engage.
Undaunted. Undefeated. Galleons ready.
Orders. Officer, on deck.
They hide behind
Aye, sir.
women's
Under sail. Set sail. Jump to it and look lively.
We are mighty and unbowed. Forward! Strength and honor. Lifting siege. Sir, your orders? Prepare the troops for battle. Glorious victory. Get ready for battle.
There we go.
Proud and victorious.
And I think that should do it. It did. We just had too many guys there at the end. Okay. And if my eyes do not betray me, that tells me that we are done. We have conquered every region on the map. That's what this tells me, baby. Okay. Alright. Let's make sure there's not another faction somewhere. Nope. It is just us. And 137, we got it. Okay. Look at all that red. Look at all that red. Obviously, the flag looks a little weird because we had the revolution. We sided with the rebels. Was the right choice as we ended up winning. We ended up winning. So we became. We were already a republic, but we just became more of a republic, I guess, without a king. We just had High Protector. So our head person was elected rather than appointed. Not really appointed, birthed, whatever you want to call it, as a constitutional monarchy. Yeah, I mean, that was good. I'm trying to think back to kind of maybe what we could have done differently. We were never really in danger. I didn't feel like of. Well, maybe we were. Not really. Not really. We really didn't. I can't remember when we actually met all the victory objectives. I don't recall. We did open ourselves up potentially for some trouble because we were, I think, in like the 1770s. I think somewhere in there we were down to like 20 something turns, 20 something years, and we still had, I think, a number of regions to get. I don't think we had this region. I think there were a couple in the American theater that we did not acquire. So that could have been very tight had we not. The armies that we sent there, had we not won those fights, that could have been a little tight from a timing perspective. But no, it really wasn't bad. Honestly, I didn't feel like at any point did I feel like we were in danger. There was no, oh man, these guys are tough, or it seemed to go pretty well. But I think this is a good example of especially here at the end and in the middle part of it, where the true advantage of the not playing as a absolute monarchy comes into play. We were able to research a lot of these technologies really early on, and that really helped us from an income standpoint later, as the game progressed, and that's what allowed us to fund those troops and those things. So this was a huge advantage to us. Not that you can't research those things when you're an absolute monarchy. It just creates problems because it creates a tremendous amount of clamor for reform. And it's very hard to hold those regions that you've taken over if you're an absolute monarchy, just because everybody wants reform. Nobody wants to be part of the absolute monarchy if you've researched a lot of those things. So I think we saw the benefits of not being an absolute monarchy really played out here. And we still have the revolution, but I think that just comes, I think just everyone has to sort of deal with that at some point. But we were in a good place because of some of those other things. So again, when you play as some of these republics, it does, I think, later on in the game lend itself to some good things. Again, the beginning is it's not as good because I think you do actually have better public order initially when you take a region as an absolute monarchy. You get things you can, obviously it'd be nice to be able to have better ministers here, obviously, because with an absolute monarchy, I can just literally just say, put this guy in, and I can swap people like this, which I guess looks like I should have done. But you can swap people that way, but you don't get the full reign to just kick anybody out at any time. You got to do it only one at a time, and then you don't get to pick who it is. You can't drag this person up and do that. So that's a little bit of a hindrance, but overall it was good. We'll take it. We will take it. I don't think there's really anything else. I don't know if I would, as far as expanding goes, if I would do that differently. We did have the 3 theater system going fairly early on, it felt like, which was nice. That is a challenge sometimes. I will say it worked in this instance, but sometimes it is a challenge when you have 3 theaters going, because especially when you're at war in all 3 theaters. And I think that was one of the things that helped us was we really weren't truly at war in more than one theater at a time. Yes, we had the American theater where we were going, but we really only had one army there that we were doing. We didn't, and they were low expense. We didn't have anything going in the Indian theater beyond what we initially took. We didn't have kind of these 4 or 5 fully decked out armies going in multiple theaters, which is really where you run into trouble with bankruptcy and things like that. We didn't have, and the other nice thing too is sometimes you get so trade reliant that when you go to war with one of these factions, it kills you as well, because you don't have your other industries built up. You become too trade heavy, so when you go to war, all of your income is in that. We obviously had a really good foundation with our manufacturing, with our farming, with our mines that allowed for us to absorb the losses that we experienced when we went to war with some of those other factions and lost their trade income. You see now we have no trade income, and we're still making over 11,000 per turn, which is good. So, anyways, I don't think there's much else to say on the matter. Pretty good, pretty good. So yeah, I got nothing. All right, so yeah, this will bring an end to our series. Playing as Great Britain. Appreciate you sticking with us if you did. If you liked this, we've got other Empire series out there on the channel. Yeah, just check those out if you're interested. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. If you got the gist of it, we got all sorts of non-Empire stuff out there as well, so feel free to check that out as well. But again, either way, appreciate you sticking with us. But that is it for this series. So come on back, and we'll see you somewhere else.